So in this case, try to make it look like this picture first. So I have my 6B, pressing down hard. I'm going to start adding some dark tones here, taking the pressure off as I get to that curve, and see how I'm curving my stroke. Down here it needs to be darker. These lines that make up the ear, you're going to use as guides to see which direction your stroke should be. So darker right in here, and then take the pressure off so it gradually goes lighter, and then we can get some more tone out with the blending tool. This little area too needs to be really dark. I use really small pencil strokes. Sometimes I do like little circles because they blend really well. You don't want to see your pencil marks. It shouldn't look streaky. Now I'm going to go to my 2B. Sometimes I press down really hard to get a nice flat edge. That was too hard. It's easier to blend with a flat edge than like the tip of the point here. And I'm just going to add a little bit of tone here on the lobe because you can see it's super light. And then I'll use my blending tool to try to blend it. Little strokes, just doing those little circles, that'll blend really easy. Maybe a little bit of shading right here, and a little bit right in here. And I feel like now it looks pretty close to this picture, except for I need to blend these areas together. So that tone will meet up with this tone. Little strokes, otherwise it'll look really streaky. And you can see how you can pull value out and it goes nice light to dark. I'm going to pick up my 6B again, and I want to darken just a little bit right here because there'd be a shadow under that. Now I feel like it looks quite a bit like that picture. And we'll just blend this a little bit, and then I'll try to move on to the next picture. This lobe looks maybe slightly dark. See if I can lighten that. So those look pretty close. So now I want to focus on this ear down here. So now I'm going to add that shadow that goes all the way around the ear. So using my 6B, pressing down, I want to get a little bit of graphite on there. And notice how I'm going in this direction, mimicking that line. So you might need to move your paper. And you need to go in this direction. If you go this way, it's going to look like they're furry. It should just be tone, not texture. So now I want to add another value so I'm not pressing down as hard. And then I'll try to pull out a third value with my blending tool. You want it to just look like nice gradual transition from one value into the next. Not too contrasty. So now let's see what I can do with my blending tool. You can see how I'm getting that other value out. Make sure your strokes aren't too big or this will look super streaky. Most of the work should be done with your pencil, not the blending tool. So now the rest of this I'm just going to use a 2B. And I need to add tone here and in here. So just looking at my reference, try to lightly put a little bit of shading down that I will then blend. And I want to use some of the white of the paper. as my highlight. But notice I'm not outlining that line, I'm just kind of going right next to it. And then I'll blend it. A little bit of a highlight inside here. There, and then it looks pretty close to that picture, I think. And definitely looks three-dimensional.